What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Empowered Dynasty, and I'm your boss, Q the Boss. Today's topic is faith without work. I want to say that again. I like the way that rolls off the tongue. Faith without work. See, from a biblical standpoint, the Bible says faith without work is nothing. I've noticed that people speak on this word manifestation to the point where I think it's blown out of proportion. I hear it, and I understand what manifestation is. You know, you can manifest great things in oneself, but the problem is people don't understand the work. They miss it. It's like it clearly goes over their head. They hear, if I believe I can do this, if I believe I can do that, things are gonna come. I agree, but here's the problem. Where's the work? You know, you can believe in some of the greatest things in life, but if you're not putting in the work, ain't nothing gonna happen. And that's reality. But more people are pressed in trying to figure out the easy way to success. I'm gonna go on record and say this. There's no such thing. You know, don't get me wrong. There are people who slip through the cracks and they make it. That's the exception to the rule. But the rule is the rule. You gotta put in that work. You know, you gotta put in that work. The faith is a beautiful thing. He says the size of a mustard seed. I hear all of those things. People always say to me, "Q, I believe in myself. I know for a fact I can make things happen. I can breathe life into things." I'm like, yeah, you can, with work. Because truth be told, and I want to say this. You have a person that always talks about what he's gonna do, and you have a person that don't talk about what they're gonna do. But the person that talks about what he's gonna do is only talking about what he's gonna do. But the person that don't talk about what he's doing is putting in work. Who is gonna get to the finish line faster? The person that's not saying anything. Because the reality of all things is he's putting in work. But the person that isn't, they're just talking about what they're gonna do. I've met people for years tell me what they're gonna be and what was gonna happen in their lives with the word manifestation. I know for a fact I'm gonna be this guy or this woman. I'm like, I hear you, but where is the work? Let me go into a story time with you. Had a good guy talking to him the other day. And as we were having a conversation, he said to me, "Q, I believe in God, and I know God is gonna put me in the position that I wanna be in." So I said to him, I said, "Brother, I'm listening to you. So you believe that God is just gonna hand you this great opportunity?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Brother, you haven't even taken the steps. You haven't made a resume. You haven't networked. You haven't done anything. So how do you expect God to just hand you or help you when you're not even helping yourself?" Because I see things that says like, if a man don't work, a man don't eat. You know, the faith without work is nothing. But people cannot grasp the concept. They can't get it. You know, we're just talking from a real logical standpoint. If I don't grind, I won't have anything. If I don't sacrifice, my life won't get anywhere. You know, we're talking about truth now. But it seems like most people are still looking for the easy way. I come to a fork in the road. Fork in the road says hard way. Fork in the road says easy way. I'm always gonna go down the hard way. And the reason being is because what I'm going to become going down this path, I know for a fact I'm going to become 10 times greater than if I took the easy way. People are cruising down easy street and they're not getting the results they want. They're trying to figure out how to get at this location at the most minimal time with the most minimal effort. Ain't no such thing. There are tons of people that walk earth every day still trying to figure out the easy way. If you notice, a lot of these webinars, these programs are selling you false narratives and false truth. And the reason being is because of the fact they know they're playing on your emotions. And the emotions that they're playing on is the fact that they're telling you that there's an easy way to success. If they could monetize on the fact that you believe that there's an easy route, you believe that with the faith you can achieve, you believe without the work things are gonna happen. This is how they're capitalizing on you. It's intelligent. Because they're creating a false narrative and people are buying into these false narratives because it sounds good. So they're selling you foolish. They're selling you a bag of lies. Okay, the guy said to me the other day, I'm gonna own a bunch of Airbnbs. I said to him, I understand this. He said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna purchase houses and I'm gonna rent them out for Airbnbs. And I said, listen to this question. He said, what? Where is the capital coming from? So again, great plan, right? Great plan. We're gonna sit there and he has a great plan. His plan is, no, let me say that. Let me take that back. It's not a great plan. He has a great idea of what he wants. He wants Airbnbs. But when you listen to the logic of how he's gonna get there, it don't make sense to me. See, the hardest part is not about what you want. The hardest part is about finding the route to get to where you want. That's the hardest part of anything. It's figuring out how to get to your destination. See, the thing is, you sit down every day, you tell yourself you want to be here, but yet and still you're here, but you're not figuring out how to get from here to here because you know what? Rather than going through this hard journey and trucking it all the way through, you want to go around the long way. I got to cut this corner. I can jump over this block. And no, there's no such thing as skipping steps. You got to put in that work. And that's the truth. Everyone always asks me, what is my formula to success? And every time I tell them the formula, people don't want to hear it. They try to figure out how to get away from it. How did I become successful? I worked hard, I saved my money, and I invested. Rinse, recycle, repeat. I worked hard, I saved my money, I invested. Rinse, recycle, repeat. So that was my formula. Work hard, save your money, invest. Rinse, recycle, repeat. Do it again. And that's how I was able to get myself off the hamster wheel. I prayed on everything I wanted. I believed that God would help me with the things I didn't know. And I believed that he would show me and give me vision on what I want. But I know I had to put in the work. There's tons of people sitting here every day saying, my faith. But where is the work? There's no work. Where's the sacrifice? You know, truth be told, a lot of people are in their positions because of their decisions. They're not conscious to their behaviors. They're not conscious to the sacrifices they're not making. They're not conscious to the way they're spending their money. They're not conscious that they're wasting time. The hardest part about life is losing time. And time is something you can't get back. When you look on your wrist, you see something called a watch. With every second, it's clicking. That is you losing another moment from your life. Every minute that passes, every hour, and every day. But people do not pay attention to the time. So having, the reality of all things, if you don't do what you got to do when you're young, you're going to pay for it when you're older. And the reason why you're going to pay for it when you're older is because you're not realizing it's you. You should be your biggest fan, but also your biggest critic. Critique your life to where you want to be. Understand that everything in life comes with time. So again, if I save $1 today and I save another $1 tomorrow, I'm at 2. But people don't want to go 1, 2, 3. No. How can I figure it out? So this is what they do. They go on YouTube. They create things that say, I'm going to show you how to make $1 million in NFTs in a day. If they knew how to make $1 million in NFTs in a day, why would they give you this formula? They wouldn't even need you to buy their program. Look at what it just said. It can make you $1 million in NFTs in a day. I can make you $100 million in crypto in a year. Why would he need you to buy his program? He don't need you if he has the formula on how to get rich. Keep your formula to your success. He would keep it to himself and ride into the sunset if that was a true statement. It's logic. But the reality of all things is, he knows that you're going to buy the program about him lying about how much money he's making off NFTs. So therefore, he's actually making the money by you buying his program. That's all it is. So what I'm trying to do is kill all these false narratives and understand you have to work for what you want. You have to sacrifice for what you want. No one's going to give you nothing. Because at the end of the day, let's do a mathematical equation. And I want to see you guys do it with me. Nothing plus nothing equals nothing. Faith without work equals nothing. Faith plus work equals something. So again, learn that the word faith plus work will get you to where you want to be. People got to stop deviating from the work. The faith is a beautiful thing because that means you are a believer. You believe in what you're trying to achieve. I love when people have dreams and they have goals, they have aspirations, they want something. I love it. But when I sit down and listen to the formula on how they're going to get there, it don't add up because the faith is bigger than the work. But I truly believe this wholeheartedly. A person don't have to say anything. If he put in that work, things gonna happen for him. And that's the truth. I've been putting in work for years behind closed doors and not getting talked about or pushed up or you're doing your thing. I did it for years behind closed doors. For years. And I kept believing that I knew where I wanted to go because I had the faith, but I also had the work. So therefore, I was willing to do what it takes to get to where I want to be. So again, let me give you an analogy. You got 4 friends sitting in a car, right? We're in a car. We all know we want to get to California, right? All of us know we want to get to California. So my job is to drive. My other friend's job is to have the cash or the capital to get there. My other friend's job is to have the directions, and my other friend is to alternate with me driving back and forth. Me and the person driving. So we try to drive from New York to California. Watch this. Now in this car, we know where we want to go. This person doesn't have the capital. So right there, we ain't going nowhere. This person don't have directions. Right there, we ain't going nowhere. And this person don't have a driver's license. So right there, we ain't going nowhere. So you have 4 people in the car that's not going to get anywhere because of the fact that they don't have a real plan. And that's how you have to look at it. See, the goal was, the faith was, we knew we would make it to California. But where's the work? Where's the work? The work is me driving, you having the capital, you having directions, and you alternating driving with me. See, that's the whole plan. Now the whole plan comes together as one. Where do you ultimately get to? You'll get to California. But the fact of the matter is, people want to get to places without doing anything. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. And we just talking logical. Having a solid plan and creating a real formula to get to where you wanna be is how you'll get to where you wanna be. Listen to that again. That sounds crazy. Having a formula and a real plan to get to where you want to be, you ultimately will get to where you want to be. But the problem is, we deviate from that word. You see the guys like LeBron James, you see the guys like Kobe Bryant, you see these celebrities who are doing well. But the one thing you don't notice is how much work they put in. If you look at that person, let's just say I'm a basketball player. I don't say anything, but every single day I put in work. I put in work. I put in work. I put in work. My faith is I believe I will make it to the NBA, but my work is what's really going to get me there. The faith is a beautiful thing again. Because why? What faith does for you is it gives you motivation. It gives you the willingness to believe in yourself. That's what the faith does. But the work is what makes everything come full circle. So again, faith without work is nothing. People can't rip the concept. Listen, I can sit down every day, fall to my knees, and pray for greatness. I can pray for riches. I can pray for success. I can pray for me becoming somebody. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If you ain't putting in that work, ain't nothing gonna happen. I don't care who you do or don't think you are. Ain't nothing gonna happen. So again, faith plus work equals success. Never look at yourself in the mirror every day and tell yourself a lie. I'm telling you, it's the work that means more. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Faith plus work equals success. So the time you're spending on trying to figure out how to get to these levels, start worrying about the work more. Put in that work. Sacrifice. Know that you determine your success. Again, we can sit down every single day and do this. Point the finger. But ultimately, it's what you do with your life will change your life. I've noticed people sit down every day and try their best to figure out how to lose. And I'll tell you how they figure out how to lose. They follow the same formula as the losers, but yet and still they think they're gonna win. That don't add up to me. Listen, if I'm an athlete, I'm gonna find the greatest players in the world and I'm gonna follow their formula, ultimately to get me to where I wanna be. Nothing's gonna happen by chance. Again, faith without work is dead. One is like nothing plus nothing equals nothing. Something plus something equals something. So I'm gonna say this on record for the last time. Faith without work is nothing. Like, subscribe, definitely tap into my YouTube channel. Keep supporting Empowered Dynasty and check me out on Instagram at QTheBoss516. And until next time, do me a favor. Don't let that go over your head.